Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. I'm Jay Eskar, and today I'm going to show you guys exactly how I made my newest song in Face to Face. A lot of you have been asking day and night for me to do this, so I'm finally going to make it happen. A lot of people complain that I posted the track on 20 million different reels, but remember, nobody's going to do the work for you, so you got to try your best. A lot of good results came from it. Martin Garrix dropped a follow, Mesto dropped a follow, Adventure Club, Cura, Luis Torres, so many good producers found my stuff thanks to this song. So to me, this is like a start. If you're not making short videos for your music, you are wasting a big opportunity. I already knew that, but this is the only time where I've actually put some time into it, which gave me some very good results, and I'm very happy for that. So I'm creating this video specifically for those of you asking, like, how did I make it? So we're gonna go into it. As you can see, this is how the project looks like. It's a very basic project, to say the least. It's well organized, which is the most important thing about it. I did remove something from the master because it's killing my PC, but besides that, it's working fine. Now, how did I start this song? To be honest, I started this song with drums, and this is how the kick sounds like. Pretty cool kick. I called it Kickcito Bebe. Pretty cool kick. And then I got some claps there. Pretty short ones. Another clap. All together sound like this. Pretty damn simple, to be honest. Now, I went ahead and created a chord progression, basically a progression, not a chord progression, just a progression, a bass progression. And I created some rhythms. I started trying different rhythms with it, and this is what I got. This is basically the drop with drums and a sub, creating a progression slash rhythm. Sounds like this. Of course, and I created a layer on top of another bass that has a bit more mids. And it's a bit dirty, but that's basically what I wanted. Like, everything is EQ'd, of course. If you go into the project, the sub is basically Camel Crusher. I can't open it. My bad. It has parametric EQ, and I'm just controlling, you know. And then, of course, a kickstart. So yeah, after I created the sub bass, I added a synth that sounded like this. Let me unmute everything, I mean. This is how it sounds like. Now, the way I created this sound was everything from scratch. As you can see, like, I created this from scratch. Just a basic sound with some formant on it, or actually some low EQ that's exaggerated, looks exaggerated. And if you play it, actually, let me remove all of the effects. It sounds like this. Then you add some effects, which of course it's stereo imaging in Camel Crusher. Then it goes out to a synth out, which has a lot more stuff. Then it ended up sounding like that. And then I thought, this isn't enough. So I added a counter melody kind of thing that is following basically the same rhythm as that lead. It's literally the same rhythm, but it's not playing the same notes. And when you play them together, it creates, again, like a sort of chord. Sounds like this. I think it sounded fantastic. So I added another layer, which was basically the same sound. I created all these sounds from scratch. Like, then when you put everything together, it sounds fantastic. And then you might be wondering, like, how does it sound so good when you put it together? Well, to be honest, biggest technique I've been using in this couple of tracks at the moment has been using white noise. It's literally white noise. It's literally a hack. When you add white noise to any layer, it will bring it to life. It will give it energy. and it will give it power. Let's give it a shot. Let's listen to the song without any extra white noise, and then let's add the white noise. This is how the drop sounded like without white noise. I mean, and that was it for the drop. Basically, I added extra sounds, of course. Like I added this sound. You can barely hear it, but it sounds as soon as the drop hits. Then I've got some samples. This is like a vocal like kick. And I got another one. When you put them together, and those are not even linked to anything on the mixer channel. And when you play it together, it's like bombs. It actually sounds like it's hitting. It's hitting really hard. Now, what else do we have in the drop? I actually added a sort of like one shot. That's basically what it is. So one shot sounds like this. And I filled it up with this one. When you play it in the drop, it sort of creates like a... So yeah, the drop was basically drums, 2 synths, and a sub. Actually, before we go into that, there's actually another synth, which I want to show you, and it's a sort of ARP. It isn't the usual ARP. It's actually... It sounds really sick. Very sick. When you put it together with sub, and when you put it together with the lead that I had on top, you could make a techno song from this. Like the ones that Gesaffelstein used to do, remember? I think something good came out of this. For the transition, it's basically a filter, a flanges. As you can see here, I'm doing a filter. It's like closing, opening, closing, opening, closing, opening. And I also have a flanges or a flanger. But in FL Studio, you have flanges or flangus. I don't know how to pronounce it. But when you play it, it sounds like... And of course, we also have the vocals there, which we are not going to get to yet. Drop-wise, it's basically what it is. Now, we can look at the second drop. Second drop is basically a fake drop that has all of the sounds without sidechain. So that's what it is. And then it drops. Yeah, and I forgot, but I also have some shakers on the drop. Very low in volume, but they're there. And they're there to keep your attention on the song. I'm sorry if I sound tired. I recorded a video today with my friend Tony explaining how we made our latest release. And it's kind of late today, but I still wanted to create this to make use of the studio. I've been also thinking, like, a lot of you seem like you're tired of the song, so I didn't know if I should make this. But yeah, besides that, there's nothing more on the drop besides like automation for a reverb. I automated the reverb to go up and down, like whenever I wanted to, especially to fill out empty spaces. That's how you create like energy, constant tension throughout the whole drop. That's what I did. I could have added a little bit more, but I felt like that was enough, right? Now for the build up, it's basically deconstruction of the drop. We have the sound. We have a build up. We have pretty much a lot of downlifters, a lot of uplifters. And that's pretty much it for the build-up. It's basically like a filtered drop with snares. That's basically what it is. Now, for the breakdown, we have a chord progression which started like this. As you can see there. And of course, I am using flex, which is amazing. I'm using 3 layers of a bass line, and I'm using 1 layer for the chords, and that's all I needed. On top of that, I created a lead. Sounds like this. I think it sounds fantastic. Really, I really like what I did. That's basically it for the breakdown. Like, can you imagine? It's basically a bass line. It has some drums. It has some impacts. And of course, it always you should always have an ambience. And since I'm living in Mexico City now, I added a Mexico City market sound. You play everything together, it sounds like this. It sounds sort of Egyptian, it sounds sort of mystical, which again, it's something I live for. If my music does not sound mystical, I do not want to release it. Now, for the second breakdown, it's basically the same thing. The only difference is I'm adding an ARP, and I'm also using some kicks to start off the break. Look at this. Let me mute this. All there is a kick. I can remove it, and it sounds exactly like the other one, but I added a kick. I mean, and this makes sense songwriting-wise because at the drop, we had a 4 to the floor, and just to remove it out of nowhere, it's kind of unnatural. So I figured, let's keep on rolling with a 4 to the floor and add it to the breakdown. Of course, in a different way, but it's still there. And then we went ahead and added vocals. Now, the vocals involve a ton of layers, a really ton of layers, as you can see here. We have a lead, we have a lead double. This is the lead. Then we have a lead double B, lead double A. Then we have a lead double high. Then we have 4 harmonies, and then we have ad-libs. I did a lot of things to this. The leads themselves sound like this. This is how they sounded like when he sent it to me. This is how they sound like. We can sail away. Pretty cool, but I added reverb. It's number 1. And then I added 2 studio racks. One of them having, they're all waves, of course. One of them has Vocal Rider, NS1, Abbey Road Saturator. Again, this is one of the greatest tips I can give you. If you want your vocal to shine through the mix, just open an Abbey Road Saturator on your vocal and your vocal will sound amazing. This is how the vocal sounds without any Abbey Road Saturator. And this is with it. We can sail away. This is without it. This is with it. There's some on it, which is amazing. I also added doubles. I added doubles highs. And all of this. And of course, I also went, and I also have a bus channel with a Sooth and again, another studio rack, which has a CLA 2LA, CLA 76, and a Manny Marroquin Triple D, which I use as a de-esser, but like an extreme de-esser because it needed a lot of de-essing. Now, then I added doubles. Then I sent those doubles to the doubles mix, which again has a ton of stuff. They sound like this. My computer is kind of dying whenever I play this, so I'm going to try my best, okay, guys? I'm recording my screen right now on 4K and everything, so stick with me because it's kind of hard to just play anything. Lead, then doubles highs, then another double high, then harmony 1, harmony 2, harmony 3, harmony 4. We can find the place. They're all going to the same channel at the end, which I control over, which has like EQ, a Sooth, and then another studio rack. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys learned something from this. It is not about what you use, but how you use it. I'll see you very, very soon. If you want to connect with me, all of my socials are Jay Eskar. And again, this video is not sponsored by anyone but store.jayeskar.com. If you want to go check out my sample packs or my course, go check it out at store.jayeskar.com. Okay? I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching, and feel free to share this with your friends if you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.